Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Gametopsy, where we slice open the guts of major games to see what makes them tick and whether they stick the landing or fall hard on their face. Today's subject, Nioh 3, the long-awaited third entry in Team Ninja's Dark Samurai action RPG series. After years of anticipation, trailers, demos, and community speculation, Nioh 3 has officially launched. But this isn't just another sequel, it's positioned as the apex of the trilogy. Yet with massive expectations come heightened scrutiny. So the question is this: does Neo 3 innovate enough, or does it play it safe? Can it satisfy both hardcore fans and newcomers alike? Well, let's open it up. Development and background. Neo 3 was officially revealed during Sony's State of Play in June 2025, when Koei Tecmo and Team Ninja unveiled the sequel as part of the franchise's evolution, complete with a free alpha demo for PS5 players to jump in early. From the outset, this entry distinguished itself by leaning into larger, more interconnected environments, rather than the corridor-based missions of earlier titles. After the announcement, Team Ninja rolled out a major public demo on January 29, 2026, available on PS5 and PC via Steam. This demo not only previewed the opening stages of the game, but introduced online co-op multiplayer for up to 3 players, allowing early engagement and save data transfer into the full release. The demo also teased new systems such as dual combat styles, including Samurai and Ninja, open field exploration mechanics, and a host of new yokai bosses that hinted at the game's scale. These early reveals set expectations high and helped build early momentum leading up to launch. The timing strategy by Team Ninja is also notable. While Neo 3 launched on PS5 and PC from day one, the 6-month console exclusivity suggests a future wider rollout, potentially including Xbox and even Switch 2 ports later in 2026. This approach could broaden the franchise's reach while rewarding Sony and PC players with early access. Narrative and world building. Neo 3 continues the franchise's tradition of blending historical Japanese setting with supernatural chaos, but with a more expansive narrative than its predecessors. The story stars Tokugawa Takechiyo, heir to the leadership in a fractured Sengoku era, thrown into conflict when his jealous brother Tokugawa Konimitsu unleashes yokai hordes that plunge the land into turmoil and forge the path towards the ominous crucible. But unlike earlier games that tend to focus on isolated missions with historical context, this entry's world now shifts between distinct regions and eras, from Edo Castle and the Totomi region to Kyoto and beyond. This variety not only adds visual diversity but deepens narrative stakes. Takechiyo's journey isn't a linear march but a fractured odyssey through cultures and time itself. Along the way, players encounter historical figures drawn from Japanese lore. These encounters give the narrative texture and a sense of mythical longevity that amplifies emotional resonance without losing the series' signature grit. But what's distinct about Neo 3's world-building is how it marries harsh lore with player agency. Choices are felt during quests, whom to assist, how to approach yokai outbreaks, and where to pursue legendary duty. While not fully branching in the modern RPG sense, this subtle narrative integration elevates immersion and makes each progression feel earned. Gameplay and mechanics. The combat in Neo 3 builds on the series' core strengths, but with meaningful enhancements that deepen both tactical and visceral play. Players can now switch between samurai and ninja combat styles on the fly, allowing seamless adaptation to enemy behavior and personal preference without pausing. This style swapping is more than cosmetic. Samurai approach favors controlled strikes and posture, while ninja emphasizes swift movement, aerial mobility, and quick burst damage. This duality broadens build viability and creates a layer of decision making that rewards experimentation, especially when facing larger yokai or elite human enemies. Furthermore, the war itself feels larger and more organic than prior games, thanks to an open field structure that connects zones with varied geography, hidden side quests, and optional encounters. But instead of linear missions, players explore broad areas with verticality, environmental storytelling, weather effects, and strategic choke points that make traversal itself a tactical choice. Beyond combat and exploration, Neo 3 also continues the series' deep gear and progression systems. Weapon mastery, stance options, guard and spirit affinities, and customizable skill trees combine to make every playthrough feel like a unique build path. The open field design encourages revisiting zones with new abilities, yielding fresh discoveries and making progression feel both earned and rewarding. Visual and audio design. Visually, Neo 3 continues the franchise's signature blend of historical Japan and dark fantasy decay, but with marked improvements in environmental fidelity, character animation, and atmospheric lighting. The upper field regions, from mist-shrouded forests and ruined villages to ancient citadels, carry a brooding beauty that transitions effectively between serene and hostile. The character models are also detailed and expressive, with refined motion capture that gives weight to every swing, parry, and yokai roar. Furthermore, the bosses are crafted with low intensity, anchoring counters in both narrative and spectacle. Though the style remains realistic, artful choices like yokai glow effects and battle shaders enhance drama without feeling excessive. Moreover, the audio is equally important. Composer Akihiro Manabe and Team Ninja deliver a score that matches each region's tone. Also, the voice work in English and Japanese adds gravitas, while footfalls on gravel, weapon clashes, and distant cries create an old tapestry that signals danger even before enemies appear. Furthermore, the technical performance has also improved notably over previous entries, with smooth frame pacing on PS5 and PC, adaptive trigger support on DualSense, and generally consistent visuals even in hectic moments. For not pushing the absolute envelope of next-gen fidelity, the balance between aesthetics and performance is strong and fitting for a high-tempo action RPG. Pros and cons. First, let's look at the pros. Number 1. Combat evolution. The dual samurai and ninja styles offer unprecedented freedom and depth, letting players adapt mid-fight and experiment with hybrid builds to suit any playstyle. Number 2. Open field exploration. Expanding beyond corridors into more connected zones creates emergent encounters, secrets, and environmental hooks that enrich replayability. Number 3. Narrative scale and characters. The Sengoku era setting feels broader and more ambitious, with iconic historical figures woven into a gripping supernatural plot that keeps players invested. And number 4. Visual and audio unity. While not groundbreaking, the art direction and soundtrack consistently reinforce mood and theme, making each region memorable and atmospheric. And now let's look at the cons. Number 1. Learning curve intimidation. The sheer depth of systems, styles, and build options can overwhelm newcomers, potentially deterring players unfamiliar with hardcore action RPGs. Number 2. Occasional rough visuals. Despite overall polish, some texture and environmental assets lag in fidelity compared to AAA peers, occasionally pulling focus in wide vistas. Number 3. Platform exclusivity deal. 6-month PS5 exclusivity, while beneficial for early access, risks fragmenting the broader community and delaying a full multi-platform experience. And number 4. Recycled content echoes. Some areas and enemy types feel derivative of past Nioh games, diluting the fresh impact the new mechanics otherwise promise. Final verdict. Nioh 3 represents a triumphant evolution of a beloved action RPG franchise. It masterfully blends deep combat, rich progression, and dynamic environments into an experience that feels both familiar and innovatively expansive. While it can overwhelm newcomers and isn't without modest visual missteps, Team Ninja has crafted one of the most engaging replayable entries in the genre. And for that, it gets a Gametopsy grade of A for excellent game with minor flaws. It's a standard action RPG with refined combat, and a bold step forward for the series. That's it from my side. What do you guys think about Neo 3? Are you gonna play it this weekend? Let's talk in the comments down below. And hey, if you like this video, click like, share, and subscribe to watch more videos like this one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Until then, stay silver.